Hello everybody! Welcome back to another episode of Legend of Heroes Trails to Daybreak 2! In the last part, we fumbled around, we continued our stint through the marching garden for floor 1. We, wrapped up that floor, took down the boss, and, settled in for probably a long adventure in that regards. Gives me strong Reverie vibes. I mean, it's almost like Reverie. Not quite, but it's kind of close. So once that was all done, we kind of had to think about what our next plans of actions were. And it looks like this game has taken a page out of Reverie's book and incorporated different routes. So we are on the route for our buddies here. We are in Messaldam, and we need to investigate what's going on around here. Apparently, something's going on here. We don't know what's going on. Is something gonna be going on? I don't even remember what brought us here. So yeah, we're here, and all that kind of fun stuff. So off video, I went ahead and fumbled around a little bit more in the marching garden. Apparently each floor has 3 different clear bonuses, so I went ahead and cleared this out 2 more times. So I got all the bonuses for the first floor. I gained a couple levels, and I got some new stuff from the Mystic Cubes, and I also got a lot of Sepith out of that too as well. So yeah, it'll be interesting as we proceed forward. Right now, though, we need to move on. There's other things we gotta explore around the city. Oh, hey man, what's up? It's Nate. Wow, look who it is. You're that detective. Nate, right? Nice to see you. Hey, buddy.
Hi! 奇遇だね、ジュディスさん。いやー、撮影に来てるって噂は本当だったのか。じゃなくて、どうしてお前たちがメッセルダムにいるんだよ。
We're here on a work trip, same as you, I'd wager. Let me guess, tidying up after our models turning out to be more than just a year-end job. Boy, you really know how to hit the mark. I gotta tell you, rounding up every organization on their fringes is a slog. We've been making arrests ever since we arrived early last month. Worst of all, they've got six of us grimming up one room at the inn. It's like sleeping in a sardine can. He's going off on a venting session. Works for me. Let's see if we can get him to spill a few beans. So they brought in Edda's best and brightest, huh? The brunt of the investigation must have been a breeze after that. Well, what can I say? It just comes easy to me. But the police can't take all the credit. The guild and the CID are in high gear on this too. And actually, we cleaned up all of Almada's stragglers. Same goes for any group that we've so much as shaken hands with. So you can just focus on feeling worry-free, Judith. That's good to hear. So in other words, they haven't found anything worth mentioning. If that's the case, why haven't you gone back to the capital yet? Well, we're talking about a pretty wide-reaching mafia here. There's still a few bits and bobs that need clearing up, like the finer parts of their cash flows. But hey, that's just a tiny slice of it. We got most of the rest on lock. That's what makes us the best and the brightest. So I see. Guess that means people in the know about Almada's legacy are in short supply now. Well, that gives us the gist of things. Hit us up if you get any new info, Mr. Best and Brightest. Sure thing. Leave it to me. Wait a minute, why should I have to share information with you guys? Sure took him long enough. And don't sweat the small stuff. Alright. Alright, now that we can roam free, let's check out the shops I had skipped over last time. So I was in a hurry to end things. Hello, sir. What do you have? Yeah. I'll buy that. Okay. What do you have? The crest. Tira, I'll take that. Forte, Laforte. I'll take a breath, even though breath isn't... breath is kind of shitty, honestly. Refreshing Veil, I will take... why not? I'll give it to Vaughn. Thelis. I'll buy Thelis. I don't want to spend all my money on this guy. That's enough for now. Alright. So... Alright. Now that this comes in, it's pretty expensive. Alright. But thankfully, Sepith comes in is pretty easy to get this time around with Marching Garden. I got so much in Marching Garden, so that's nice. All right. Someone empty so many open slots, but not enough orbments. Alright. Sell all my Sepith masks, because I don't need that. Alright. Money! Get some new equipments. This is like the better option all around. Oh, there's different types. So I go for one that raises attack, or I can go for one that increases EP for some. Oh, interesting. You know what? I'll go for this one. This is the better all around. It gives me the most stat upgrade. And since I'm not really worried about evasion on these guys, that's fine. I'll buy one for you. I'll buy one for you. Some boots. Alright. And then I can upgrade my new weapons I just bought. There we go. Not too bad. I made off like a bandit on that one. What do you got, man? Oh, here's all this nonsense. The golden spoon. Ooh, plus 20 evasion. Ooh, I'll have to keep an eye out for that one. So I need an iron wrench, bronze lighter, and silver headphones. I'll have to keep an eye out for those. Proverbs. Yeah, there's that all those proverbs I had mentioned before. Item drop. Okay. Well, I have the ingot wallet. I have it equipped, so I just need the other wallets. What else can I get? So, Platinum Choker and Gold Rosario are ones I need to look on for. I need one more Angel Ring, and I can get that. What else is there? Green pendulum too. I need one more leather watch. Wait, no. No, wait, no. I can get it. I have them. Hang on. I've got 2 leather watches. Yeah. Alright. You can take that. Give me a leather watch. I want all the evasion equipment I can get for right now, and I'll work on an evasion tank later. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Everything else, kind of meh. Alright. What about rare? I'm not interested in any of that stuff. Alright. Not interested. Dude, you're running very slow. It's like... Uh-huh. He runs funny. Alright. Send those gifts off. Here you go, Quatre. Here you go, Nadia. And then... do that. Sweet! What do we got here? What I need are reviving bombs, because I ended up using a couple while in the march. I'll buy 7. Buy that. Buy that. Buy that. Well, why not? I'll buy a rod. You know what? I'll buy one of each. Never know when I might need one of these fucking things for, Alright. Oh. Send those off. Here you go, Missy. Here you go, Yume. Alright. Okay, that's all right. We got one more shop over there we gotta go to.
Messaldam の裏通り、治安が悪いエリアらしいわ。
ま、例の元本拠ビルもあるし、無理もねえか。
What are these guys doing? What in the? You never mentioned this research would take us halfway across the country. I was only hoping to push my next deadline. I mean, take it easy, go cafe hopping. Oh boy. Alright, they're just trying to get away from work. Alright, I can't say I respect it, but... according to our intel, this should be the Amala's old headquarters, but... this isn't exactly what I was expecting. Yeah, after the place got abandoned, it fell under police jurisdiction. Once Amala was out of the picture, they put the building up for auction, and another company snatched it up. Some people just had too much of the money to throw around. They even did some remodeling, by the look of it. The sign up there says Zect Arms. Wait, didn't they show up in Orasian? Oh great, those guys. Oh boy. Oh boy. To the public, they're just an up-and-coming manufacturer. But dig deeper, and crooked practices abound. Rumor has it they developed and produced illegal weaponry, distributed archaisms on the black market, and more. Dingo's notebook even mentions that they're suppliers to Amada. They also have an axe to grind with Master Barkhorn. Didn't realize you've been investigating them too, though, Quatre. Couldn't help myself after everything that happened. Still, to think they would buy up Amada's old property. It's definitely shady, but it's not like they were working directly under Amada. Yeah, all their dealings aside, the company was founded outside of Calvard. On top of that, this building's been searched by the police several times over. I can't really see them leaving any traces of Amada behind. Which probably means no legacy either. Oh well. Wanna try somewhere else? Yes, let's. Alright. Look at all the sketchy people. What are you guys doing clapping here? What are you clapping at? Yeah, just passing through town. See, you got a lady in front of you right now. How about you give her the slip later and swing back this way? There's a real nice place I can get you into. Oh. Gonna have to pass. Why don't you go solicit someone who has time to waste? Come on, don't need to think like that. Whoa, now hold on a tick. Your lady friend here. She looks like just like the famous actress. No, wait, you actually are her, ain't you? You know, I'm also scout for young women looking to, shall we say, market themselves. We could work some of her out if you like. No, I don't like. Jeez, clearly no one ever taught this creep how to cheat a lady. He knew it was a lost cause, yet went for it anyway. This is a bark who's never known fear. Well, man, he tried. He failed, but he tried. Alright. What are these guys up to? Anything turned up on your end? Not yet. What the hell's that damn brat? There's lookouts posted everywhere in and out of the city, so he's got no place to run. We'll find him if we have to turn over every last rock in the street. Someone's coming. You know the drill. What's up with those two? Sounds like they're in the middle of a manhunt. Something smells off about this. Let's just focus on our investigation for now. We still need to get a handle on the situation with Messaldam. Alright. What's on down here? Oh, it's another one of these. This isn't your everyday establishment. Maybe not, but places like these are surefire bet for underworld intel. That's but the size of it. But you better wait outside, kiddo. If there's somebody to coddle me. It's only the middle of the day, so we'll just take 3 mocktails. Right away, sir. I didn't realize bars even offered non-alcoholic drinks. Depends on the joint, but it's not too uncommon while it's still light out. Hey, this is pretty tasty. Just right for an afternoon pick-me-up. I have to agree. You got some killer skills, barkeep. That's very flattering, sir. I'm not just talking cocktails, by the way. It's hard to tell by looks alone, but you're packing a lot of muscle into that uniform. I also noticed the glance you sneak at the door at customers. It's more vigilance than a typical bartender needs. My take's that you double as this club's bouncer. I'm lost for words. Are you perhaps involved in some form of detective work? That's one way to put it. You wouldn't happen to be an ex-Jaeger called Robson, would you? I heard your story from Dingo. You were acquainted with him? That was a telling response. So, you knew each other too? Yes. As you presumed, I am Robson. Dingo has done much for me in the past. A shame what became of him. So you already heard the news. Even now, I struggle to believe it. Since you're a close friend of his, it would be my pleasure to accommodate you in whatever way I can. That being said, I would advise you not to bring his name up in front of the owner. Did something happen between them? In a sense. You see, our club's highest earner used to be a hostess by the name of Mistress. That's the lady from the Blacklight District. Mistress, huh? I know she and Dingo got acquainted when he was in Messaldam, but it sounds like there's more to the story. I can't discuss this too openly, but at the time, Mistress was being blackmailed into doing the owner's bidding. Dingo was the one who pulled out every trick in the book to secure her freedom. It would seem the owner harbors a grudge over it to this very day. Damn, that's a hell of a history. What brings you into investigation here, if I may ask? I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have to the best of your ability, Mr. Call me Vaughn. I'm a Spriggan from the capital. Ah, the one from the rumors. I'm here at Messaldam to find something, so we're doing a little info gathering. Have you noticed any sketchy developments here lately, particularly in relation to Almada? The police were scouting the place as part of their own investigation not too long ago, but as far as I'm aware, they didn't discover anything of note. In truth, however, the owner has worked with Almada on numerous past occasions. It was only ever lined his own pockets, however, so he is likely ignorant of their inner workings. Even if he weren't, he's crafty enough to keep the police from delving into him too deeply. So we actually gave them the slip? Sounds like interrogating him wouldn't get us much of anywhere, then. There are many others in this town who are also connected to Almada in some shape or form. In most cases, however, it was that they were either threatened or exploited. The only people who would truly know what went on in Almada would be those who worked directly under them. But the way I understand it, each and every member was arrested at the end of the year. That is the extent of my knowledge. I'm sorry I couldn't be much more of help. Not at all. This gives us much better grasp of things. Yeah, you definitely saved us some trouble down the road. That pleases me to hear. We'll hit you up if you need anything else. Heck, even if we don't, we might just stop by for more drinks. I'll save you a spot at the counter. He's an alright guy. I like him. What do you have to sell? I'll buy all your stuff. Alright. There you go, buddy. Take some alcohol. Oh, is that one of those things? Tokens! So that's what they look like, okay. So you're able to see them outside of the scan. I was wondering about that. Alright. Alright, all the shops have been visited. Let's go down to there to get that Forest BG. Hello, madam. About 9 years ago, I happened to lose a childhood treasure of mine been here in Messaldam. I know the idea seems a little far-fetched, but I'm hoping it's still somewhere in the city. Would you mind helping me search for it? 9 years ago? I'm sure it's long gone by now. What the fuck? Alright. Hello, madam. I know you're being preached on, but I've come to help you out. So this is where you were. Francesca, right? You're the one who put up that Forest PG? Forest PG? Then you must be... Spriggan, yeah. From Markwright Solutions. We just happened to be in the middle of the dawn for some business. Anyway, not to jump the gun or anything, but can you fill us in the details of your request? Of course! Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Let's discuss this where we won't disturb the others. So, your request said you wanted us to look for something important to you. What would that be exactly? Right, I suppose that's the best place to start. I'm looking for a music box, one with a little ballerina on top. It has a crank that you can turn to play music. The ballerina will spin as if she's dancing. Oh, I've seen those before. They're so cute. I agree. It was incredibly dear to me when I was a little girl. You see, my father was a busy man, and because I didn't get to see him very often, he decided to have a gift made for me to remind me of his love. It sounds like he cared for you a great deal. He did, yes, but unfortunately there came a time when we had to depart from Messaldam. I had no choice but to leave the music box behind. Why? It's been on my mind ever since. I've always longed for the day I could come back and look for it. It's only now, 9 years later, that I've finally been able to visit. So, you're trying to find the music box while you're still in town? Yes. Of course, there's no guarantee that it's still here, but if there's even the slightest chance. Even if you can't find the music box itself, any information on where it would be more than enough. Does this sound like something you can help me with? Well, I think I got the gist of your request, at least. You had no choice but to leave it behind, though. Sounds like something crazy must have happened. Yeah, that does seem a little strange. It's not exactly hard to bring a music box with you. I wish I could tell you more, but I can't. There's really nothing more I can say. I apologize. Well... Listen, if there's stuff you feel you can't share, I get it. I mean, dealing with complicated matters is practically our whole business. But at the end of the day, you can't really expect us to head out on a search for some music box without having all the info. I didn't mean to... No, I'm just making more excuses. Hey, you didn't have to be so rude about it. Not like I don't get why you're skeptical, though. Is there a reason you can't ask the police or the bracers for help? I prefer not to complicate the situation, personally. I only want my music box back. I did think about trying to find it on my own, but I'm a bit hesitant to go wandering around the town. Look, I really would like to help you out, but it's ultimately up to our leader here. What do you think, Vaughn? Let's see. She's got reservations about telling the truth, but doesn't feel like it's because of a life and death situation. Still, something's bugging me. Not that that's stopped me before, per se. What to do? Ow! I can't leave her leave her dry. Come on. Alright, we'll take their case. You did go to all the trouble of putting out a Forest PG. Plus, it might be nice to do some extra legwork while we're in town. Thank you so much! Words can't explain how much this means to me. So, is there anything else you can tell us about this music box? Seriously, any info would be at all would be helpful. Well, my memories can be a bit hazy at times, but I'll try my best. As I mentioned, it's a music box with a little ballerina on top. I think it was made out of ceramic? Yes, if I remember correctly, I was told it came from a famous workshop here in Messaldam. Oh, you must be in the Orbital Factory across from the public bathhouse. Sounds like that should be the place we should start asking around. Well, let's get going then. Gotta strike while the iron's hot. And, I need to go find that bathhouse too, because I need to take a dip in this chapter. Where is it? Oh, there's a movie theater? Ooh.
ここの映画館、マイナーな作品も余さず上映するのよね。
へえ、映画好きにはたまらないだろうね。
さすがは映画祭の街。こだわってるみてえだな。
Alright. Watch a movie. Oh, Miss Lanster! Thank you again for taking the time out of your busy schedule to give me an autograph. I'll treasure it with my life. No, thank you for supporting me. It's always a pleasure to make a fan's day. Smooth one. You really know how to please your adoring public. The fact that she was even willing to indulge and admire like me is just incredible. At first, I was only hoping to sneak a peek at the filming location during my lunch break. Anything more would just be a bother. But then, figuring there was nothing to lose, I asked her to sign something for me in between takes. Imagine my shock when she actually said yes! Don't mention it. Indulging admirers is all part of an actress's job. I'll stop by the theater again once the shoot and my personal business here are out of the way. See you then! Wow, Judith's popularity is as strong as ever. The secret probably lies in the way she interacts with the fan base. I want to watch a movie! Alright. What do we got playing here? Movie. Let's watch Robin. That looks interesting. I mean, the only people here are Judith and Quatre, so why not? Alright, movie time! Robin, a rookie lawyer with a burning sense of justice, is embroiled in the case regarding the attempted murder of a homeless man. The defendant is a high school student named Eric, who was arrested on suspicion of assaulting the man with a steel pipe. He professes his innocence, however. Claiming he was knocked unconscious when he stumbled upon the scene of the crime. My tablet's dying! I didn't realize my tablet was so low on battery. I need it. I need it to tell me where I'm going. Eric also testifies that he clearly remembers the face of his assailant. His name is Virgil, who just so happens to be a major witness for the prosecution and an heir to the local business. The rumor mill paints Virgil as the man with a violent streak, but he has thus far eluded the eye of the law due to his father's influence. In this case, his father applies pressure on the local authorities and the prosecutor's office to give Virgil's testimony precedence in court. He also throws his weight around with other parties involved, including the law firm Robin works for, though this does little to deter her. Unwilling to let this mockery of justice go on any further, she makes her final stand in the courtroom. Phoenix writes? Objection!
バージルさんの自分は被告の暴力行為を止めに入ったという証言と決定的に矛盾しています。凶器を奪って被告を止めたとの証言についても、実はそちらから彼の指紋は検出されていません。この2点の矛盾からバージルさんの主張は根底から破綻していると断言できるのです。
脇が甘いぞ親父。こんなのデタラメに決まってる。まさか最終審理に至ってこんなものを持ち出してくるとは。裁判長、今の弁論は真理地帯を狙ってのものです。この場において効力を有するものとは。
検察官の異議は棄却。新たな証拠を踏まえた上で継続します。最終審理であるからこそ、たとえ一つでも見落としは許されるべきではありません。
ここまで来て全てあの女、あの弁護士のせいか。
初めて僕の主張が受け入れられた。弁護士さん、本当にありがとう。でもこのままじゃ下手をすればあなたも。
大丈夫、私を信じて。無罪を証明するまで絶対に屈しないわ。権力とミラが法を歪める、そんな不条理にはどこまでも抗い続ける。この気象にかけて。
Objection. Are you gonna end it right there? Where's the guilty verdict at? Oh, come on, man. Their portrayal of a victim suffering false accusations from people in positions of power was, unfortunately, very true to life. The film may have ended with Eric's acquittal, but in the real world, many people in this position are wrongfully convicted. All the more reason why we need lawyers who will seek out the truth, and also expose the people who will try to suppress it. Although, I get that's easier said than done. That's why conducting proper forensic investigations is so important. As a researcher myself, I want to do what I can to improve that kind of technology. Phew! Watching that makes me remember how stressed I was during filming. I had to reread the script over and over again. There was so much legal jargon, and some of those lines were really hard. It took a lot of practice to get them down pat. Yeah, I get it. Even that lawyer character was wet behind the ears. She'd still be comfortable using that vernacular. I did interviews with real lawyers and went to see some live trials in order to prepare for the role. It was really educational and pretty fun to boot. Hey, all that effort showed in your performance. You look right at home in that role. You can even see your expression on the poster. You got this dignified, serious look on your face, like nothing's gonna sway you from your path. Knowing who you actually are in real life, the difference is plain as day. Ah, thanks. That's nice of you to say. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Give me the brochure. Alright. Back to work. Back to work. Back to work. Alright. Alright. Okay, so we need to go over there. We also need to go to the bathhouse too. Can I get run over? No! Fuck you! I was kind of curious if that actually hit you, but I guess not. Well, let's go to the bathhouse first.
ここの浴場、ちゃんとサウナが完備されてるから安心しろ。
当然のようにチェック済みなんだ。
風呂に入って。
Into the bath. Gotta do this once every chapter.
いい感じだ。
ちょっと暑すぎない？
体温上昇。汗がすごいな。
I'm still convinced you're a girl. Why would you wrap your chest around with a towel if you were a boy? You're definitely a girl. A tomboy. Quantre is definitely a girl. It's all, the signs are dead obvious. Otherwise, why would you? Unless he's a boy, unless Quantre is actually a boy and he's hiding some sort of scar on his chest. Oh, like that. Thank you. That's all over the place. Ooh, gimme, gimme! Oh, I see that over there! Gimme, gimme! Yeah. More shard tokens around here. God damn, they're all over the place. Holy shit. Give me all the shard tokens. Fishing? God damn, the shard tokens are all over the place. Holy shit.
北海か。でもこの季節なのにそこまで寒くないんだね。
ああ、確か海流の関係だったかで不登校だったはずだ。
オレドやレマー、レミフェリア、北方諸国とつながるまさに北の玄関口ね。
So many shard tokens everywhere.
This こいつは落書き。いや、グラフィティアートってやつか。
へえ、ずいぶんいいセンスしてるわね。
いいポイントみたいだね。
I don't need a fish. I'm just collecting shard tokens that are lying around. So many shard tokens everywhere! They're littered. What's on here? Guess I'll never know. Ooh. Hey, you found the portal! Wasn't too painful, right? So this is what they look like. Incredible! And we're the only ones who can see them? I imagine so, judging by the virtual router. Though, having said that, I'd say this is closer to AR than VR. Oh, someone's in the know. You're right, this tech is an example of augmented reality. With it, you can find more spots like these in a handful of places around Edith and convert them into portals. But there's more. Now that's all prepped and go, Marduk support is finally ready to launch. And that's what exactly? Just a little virtual service we're offering to help with things besides clearing floors in the garden. Take a peek next time you go to online, okay? What's that supposed to mean? What's the support? Marduk support menu can now be accessed with Square. What was the CP supply service, item activity support, BGM selection? Ooh, we could take. Ooh. Alright. We get Zeiss music in here? Alright. We got some Trails in the Sky music coming in here. Which, by the way, I am really excited for oh yes! Yes! I love this song! This is like my favorite song in Trails in the Sky. The song is so good. I love it. And it makes me all that more excited for the remake of the Trails in the Sky first chapter coming out, I think, this year. Yeah, I don't think there's a release date yet, but I'm super excited for it. And I am definitely playing it. Definitely doing a playthrough of it. Absolutely. The Garden of Recluse? No. You know what? Let's go with that. Field music. Oh, I can't change it. Oh, rip. I can't have that song on there. So it looks like I only had Trails in the Sky music in here so far. Oh, this song brings back memories of going through Sky. So good. Honestly, I liked the field battle music. I like this song in the third chapter. I'm going with that one for the field battle exploration. What do we got? Okay. The Libra arc. Alright. Circular corridor. That one. Command battle. What we got? Oh. Flip that one. And then... Yes. Go for that one. It's cool they could change the music too. I'm assuming we'll get soundtracks from other Trails games too. Interested to see what I hear from like Cold Steel. All right, what is this? Oh, interesting. All right. Activity support, hacking trials, challenge trials to test Mare's hacking abilities. Oh, interesting. Sure, I'll try one. I haven't even done. I'm just exploring and fumbling around. All right. Ugh. Ugh. Alright. Alright. Oh, you can rotate the camera. I was wondering if you could rotate the camera around. Nothing really matters, right? Oh, it's a checkpoint. I don't know if you find items in here. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, so got it. You can still get caught when you're trying to break in. Uh-oh. I'm not gonna make it. Oh, make it! Ooh, just made it. Okay, interesting. Alright. I can do this later. Interesting. What do we got here? Oh, it's this. It's basically an orbment shop. Okay. And you got the equipment. I imagine this is gonna get expensive real quick. Alright. What I wanna do? I'll hold off on those until the time being. Alright. Oh, I can buy an angel ring. I can exchange that. Sure. I needed 2 angel rings. Alright. Well, that's ingredients. I'll grow Rosario. Take that. Repair data. Oh, so this is how you get costumes. Okay. Alrighty, righty. In the dawn. Glittering mirage. First skirmish. Open the shard. Alright. Just got some BGMs. Wait, can I still repair stuff? No. Why is it still yellow? Oh, okay. Interesting. Alright. Interesting. Alright. Oh, Reverie? Oh, it's the Mirage. It's the Reverie music, right? This is like the BGM that played in Reverie. All right, what else we got? We have we've got the whole main thing of why would we want that? That's kind of dumb. It's kind of dumb. We've heard that so many times. What else we got? Okay. Cool. No. No, it's dumb. Let's stick with that for right now. Alright, that's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Alright. It's kind of cool, I like that. Oh. Whoa there. Well, someone's in a hurry. So much so that he failed to notice us in his way. Wonder what had him so worked up. He was headed for the back streets. Might be worth taking a look around there later. I didn't mean to come over here. I didn't mean to initiate that one by massive accident. Alright. Anything else I can snag? All the shards I can get? Anything upstairs? No. Oh, there is someone upstairs. Raiding all your rooms! Give me all the shard tokens I can snag. Alright. Alright. Well, that's done. Now we can proceed. Hey, mans. Wait, you got. Wait. Why is your shop so new? Well, probably because of that, right? Alright. Hey, man. A music box, the ballerina? Again, huh? That's an interesting reaction. You know something. Funnily enough, I happened to come across some old paperwork on it recently. So yes, I do. Oh, that's something that makes things easier. Let's start with the simple stuff then. I'm guessing it was your shot that made the music box? That's right. It was actually crafted by my grandfather, but the request for it was made roughly a decade ago. The order slip mentioned it was a present for the customer's daughter who wanted to be a ballerina. Money didn't seem to be an issue for the man who ordered it, though. I imagine he must have been a real up-and-comer. That's why my grandfather felt so much pressure to make it perfect. He poured all of his know-how into that thing. I don't think there was a single piece of his that he was more proud of. Huh, sounds like this is more of a luxury item than I thought. It really is, and considering the last time I looked it over, I imagine it's still appraised at 100,000 mira. Its craftsmanship was like none other. Wait, you've seen it before? Yep, just last month actually. I'm not sure if you'll be pleased to hear this or not, but an antique dealer brought it in. He wanted me to refurbish some parts of the dog that fell off. Talk about a coincidence. I only realized it was my grandpa's work when I noticed his signature on the back. That's what got me digging through our old documents in the first place. Anyway, your best bet is probably going to be that antique dealer. No telling if he still has the music box, though. Right. If the repair was last month, he may have already sold it. I suppose we should at least try to find him, though. Yeah. You know if the guy's still in the area? Well, I've seen him around, sure, but I'd be careful if I were you. He's not exactly known for being the reputable type. Or it is that he buys some of his goods to the black market. I've even heard that he has dealings over in that underground club in the back streets. Black market goods, huh? That doesn't sound good. Well, it's the only way we've got right now. Come on, let's head to that club. Thanks for the info, Ivan. Alright. So where am I going? Where I just were? Sure enough. Where I just was. Oh, not that way. Not that way either. Go down here. Hey, Miss Missy. Normally this wouldn't be that big of a deal, but I've got a feeling the owner won't take too kind to us asking a lot of questions. Might be easy to see if any of the dancers know something. Excuse me, miss. Oh, got a tip for me, mister. Feel free to put it anywhere you want. That's not what we're here for. If possible, I'd like to ask you something. Watcher might act like he's all grown up, but he's still just a kid, huh? Oh, you're looking for that guy, are you? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's here today. Good, sounds like we're in luck. But where is he? I haven't seen anyone matching his description so far. Hey, that guy that just walked out of the bathroom. Yep, that's him. He's probably got some business with the owner today. He stops by to sell his wares over here every now and then. He uses this place as a sort of hunting ground. Finds suckers who are into buying old junk and pulls them into another room for a sales pitch. So yeah, he's a little shady, but he's also a great tipper. That makes him okay in my book. I see. Thank you, you've been very helpful. Alright then, let's see what this guy's got to say. Hey man. Huh? A music box with a ballerina on top? Damn, I finally get it off my hands and now someone takes an interest. You sold it? Yep, gave it to the new owner a few days ago. Sorry, pal. I was afraid of that. I figured it wouldn't be so simple. Mind telling us who you sold it to? The original owner's looking for it. The original owner, huh? Yeesh, I don't want nothing more to do with that mess. Well, it's some old lady. Pretty sure I saw her wandering around over by the docks this morning. I think she was wearing a yellow scarf. Thanks for the tip. By the way, what did you mean by get it off my hands? From what we heard, the former owner of the Orbital Factory put a whole lot of effort into that thing. The old man was pretty famous at his trade, wasn't he? I kinda expected people to be banging down at your door for it. Yeah, well, I thought the same thing. Hell, that's why I brought it in the first place. But I even brought it down to the club to try to sell it to someone who might be into antiques. Only thing is, every one of them told me that music box comes with a lot of baggage. Baggage? What do you mean by that? Sorry, lady, but if I tell you, I'd be wrapped up in it myself. Anyway, to make a long story short, if I couldn't sell it to some sleazeball, I figured I'd just target your average Joe instead. And that's how I finally managed to get rid of it. Not sure how I feel about you selling something with a sketchy history to the general public. Anyway, we should try to find that old lady and see what she can tell us. Yeah, if we're lucky, she might be willing to make a trade. Sounds like a plan. She said she was over by the dock. He said by the dock, so let's go check it out. Go take a look. Go take a look-see. Alright. Hang on, boy. I'll deal with your mess in a second. Whatever you got in that. He probably has another doll. He probably has a doll stuffed in that briefcase. I've seen how this all goes. Hey, lady. Oh, a music box with a ballerina? Why, yes, I actually just purchased something like that the other day. Looks like we're on the right track. That music box brought a fond memory of mine. I was so moved when I saw it. I thought, surely the item must be guiding my hand. You said you bought it with back a fond memory? Well, I see, you used to teach ballet several years ago. I suppose it's been over a decade by now. One day, a little girl I used to teach brought in that exact music box. She said her father had given it to her, and it was her prized possession. Oh, you should have seen the look glow on her face. I was a bit surprised by how lavish it was, but just seeing her enthusiasm was enough to make me smile. How lavish? Unfortunately, a lot happened after that. Her family was separated, and everything in their home was auctioned off. When I saw it, I couldn't hardly believe something so dear to her had been sold along with everything else. I thought, why not buy it myself in case I get a chance to return it? Her family was separated? I wonder what happened. Wait a minute, the girl you're talking about must be... Yes, there's no doubt about it. Did this student of yours happen to be named Francesca? How did you know? I think I'm getting a clearer picture here. Goodness, what a wonderful coincidence. It seems Alice really was calling me to buy that music box. My house isn't very far from here. Let me go get it for you all. That'd be great. Sorry again for all the trouble. If you'd rather not make the walk yourself, we don't mind tagging along. The group headed to the chapel together with Francesca. Oh, my old ballet teacher! I never thought I'd see you again. It's been far too long. I've missed you so much. If no one else, I was always hoping I'd get to see you again someday. I felt the very same, though it may be a little more than a happenstance. I'm so very pleased to see you again. My, look at how you've grown. You've become such a fine young lady. I see you're still just as quick as to tears as when you were little, however. Oh, you. A reunion after 9-year-long years. I'm getting a little misty-eyed myself. She must be overjoyed. Sorry to interrupt your get-together, ladies. But I got the music box you're looking for right here. Mind checking it to make sure we have the right one? Oh, I'm sorry. I was so wrapped up in the moment. Let me take a look. Ooh, that's a fancy-looking music box. Yes, that's it. That's the one my father gave me. It's beautiful. I can tell your dad really cared about it making you happy. The melody is rather nice as well, even though we heard a small bit of it. The crank just turned just fine, so there's no need to worry about the inner mechanisms being broken. That's a relief. I can't tell you how much it means for me to have this back. And I think you even brought my old teacher along. I don't know how I'll ever be able to repay you. Thank you so much for all you've done. No thanks needed beyond the fee of our services. You know, I actually thought that music box might have been that other thing we were looking for. But I didn't catch a single whiff of anything fishy, so I guess not. Huh? You thought it was related to Amata? What in the world made you think that? It was just a nice gift from her father. Francesca, It's okay, ma'am. We're just fixers who happen to have had a few run-ins with Amata in the past. It wasn't until we were in the middle of investigating that I started to realize what was actually going on. I see. So you figured it all out already. To be honest, having to keep it from you was starting to eat me up inside. But it's okay, I'd like to explain. Yeah, I'm still a little clueless here, so that would be great. Several years ago, my father was the most powerful man in Messaldam's criminal underworld. His name was Enrique, Amato's former boss. Enrique? Enrique? Why does that name sound so familiar? I think it was written in Dingle's notes. I see. So your father would have the music box made for you over a decade ago. And then a year later, Dante's took over Almata. I suppose all this took place while your dad was still at the top of the underworld then. To be honest, the rumors I've heard about him aren't great. You're right. My father did many horrible things while he was with Almata. He used to be a traitor, but his craftiness got the better of him. That eventually led to his takeover of the Mafia. These days, he'd be considered a bit player in the grand scheme of things, but there was a time when he was feared even outside the city. However, my mother and I only ever knew him as a kind and gentle soul. Just like he did for me with the music box. All he ever wanted was for us to be happy. Well, people aren't always what you see on the surface, that's for sure. Yes, even so, the people of this town hold his name in contempt. To this day, there are many people who carry a grudge against him. I was scared of what they might do if they found out who I was. And that's why you didn't want to ask anyone else for help, right? Yes. Hold on, we read something in a few notes a while back. It said that all of Enrique's family and connections were killed. The truth of the matter is that Francesco is the only one who survived. 9 years ago, my parents risked their lives to help me escape. However, in a town completely under Armada's control, there was nowhere for me to go. That's when an informant came to save me. He told me it was the least he could do to make amends for selling info to Dante. Hey, that sounds like Dingo. Yeah, it must have been him. Only somebody Dante's thought highly of could have gotten her out alive. I suppose that makes sense. Wait, you know Dingo? Yeah, he was working in Edith as a reporter for a while. Still did informant work on the side, though. Me being a Spriggan, it made sense for us to do business, but in some ways, he was also kind of like an older brother. This has been an incredible day of coincidences. Ioma did a gratitude as well. You see, several days after that tragedy befell her family, Dingo appeared to me once more to say, Francisca wanted me to tell you something. He wanted me to know that she was safe and warned me not to act as though she were dead. Ever since then, I've kept Francesca in my heart. I could only pray that we might meet again someday. I see. Makes this reunion all the sweeter, huh? Is it possible that Dingo's still in the capital? I always hoped I'd be able to find him someday. He introduced me to a family that took me in as a foster child. If not for his connections, I might never have had a family again. Unfortunately, searching for him while Model was still around was too dangerous. I've always regretted never telling him how grateful I was. Well... oh boy. What's wrong? The thing is, Dingo passed away. It happened last year while he was trying to follow up on Armada. In the end, it's because of the information he left us that we were able to fight back against Dante. Oh dear. The guy was one hell of a reporter, that's for sure. Even helped me out sometimes too. Man, he was like me. He was like one of my favorite characters, man. And they threw him to the wind. Well, they didn't really throw him into the wind. But come on, man. I was kind of hoping Dingo would come back and say, hey, I'm actually alive, I didn't die. Like everybody else has so far. You know, with, you know, the Crimson Wings, whatever the fuck that ship was called. When that ship got blown up, then, you know, the prince came, we all thought the prince was dead. He came back and said, hey, I'm alive. You know, I was kind of hoping Dingo would come back. But no, he didn't. I guess he wasn't fit enough to pull a resurrection. A lot of what I know is through hearsay, but he seemed like a really great guy. I remember he saved Marielle when a politician targeted her for digging into his affairs. Yeah, he was the kind of guy who was always one step ahead of everybody else. So flawless, you almost hated him for it. And he cared about other people to a fault. No matter what happened, you always knew you could count. You always knew you could count on him. Fuck, I can read. Based on what he did for you, I guess he'd always been like that. Yes, even though he tried to feign disinterest, I could tell he was a gentle soul. But why? Why did that have to happen to someone like him? I lost everything because of Armada. Now, Dingo too? I never even got to thank him. Oh, Francesca. I know it hurts, dear. Everything will be alright. Wherever he is now, I'm sure he knows how you feel. Man. Even all this time after his death, it's still bringing pain. It's still a painful thing to talk about. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get so emotional. I'm sure he meant a lot more to you than he did to me. You got nothing to apologize for. It's good to know there's one more person out there who misses him just as much as we do. I'm glad I finally found the courage to come to Messaldam. I've gotten back so much for what I lost. Irreplaceable things. And it's all thanks to you. And despite knowing that Dingo's gone now, even if I can't thank him in person, the least I can do is continue to live my life looking forward. Sounds like a good plan. I'm sure that's what he don't want for you too. Well, that was certainly unexpected. Yeah, I'm glad we decided to take on our case though. Man. Even after all this time, Dingo's death still kinda hits. Bruh. I loved Dingo, man. He was my favorite character. One of my favorite characters. Man. Man. That sucks. I think Dingo was like the first like main character. Oh, he wasn't really a main character, but I think Dingo was like the first like important character to a Trails game that has actually died, if I remember correctly. Oh, well, technically, Milliam died in Cold Steel 3, but she came back, and she was still technically living within the sword that Reen was using for the knight. So technically she wasn't dead, but she was at the same time. I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna wrap it up here. When we come back, we will chase after that boy who had that suitcase and see what happens. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you then. Later.